Hello, LTDE students, 6300 course. We are looking at the 2-week course design on network topologies that I will be giving to my stakeholders to a small tech service. We start off with the learning objectives where students will identify and explain necessary components of a LAN. They will design and implement a basic network. They will do the physical setup of it. They will configure and they will troubleshoot. When I'm designing the phases, each phase will be done individually. It will be a building phase, an install phase, a configuration phase, a security network phase, a setup phase, and then there will be a troubleshooting phase. The project goals. The goal is still to develop communication system by effectively installing a network through social media and collaborating on projects if need be. They will create cost-effective resource sharing among scanners, printers, and all the network peripheral that goes into designing a network. They will understand how to utilize it, how to manage it. There will be a centralized data management system that all of the employees on that network can share. They will know how to store data and quickly access it. The network will be installed for scalability, so in the future, if they ever wanted to grow from a six computer network system into something larger, they will be able to do that. No hesitation or with minimal cost. I wouldn't say no, but with minimal cost. And then that way ensure that every student understands that by implementing firewalls, encryption, and regular updates, networks can be safeguarded and protected from unwanted threats. There's a project milestones. First milestone will be the design phase where they will specifically learn how to pick and choose a different topology depending on what an organization needs. There will be some installation. They will know what hardware is going to be installed, how to route different wires. They'll know how to configure it according to the organizational standards. They'll know how to uh, make it pretty much function the way the organization needs it to function. There will be security phases where they'll go and set up passwords, firewalls, do encryption things, all to keep the network safe. There will be the troubleshooting phase at the end where you pretty much just battle testing the network. They'll learn how to do that, what troubleshooting tools to use, so they can ensure that when they leave that network standing, it will be safe and effective. The project components. Obviously, this project will consist of some adaptive learning strategies. You'll have your pre-assessment quizzes for knowledge levels, your branching scenarios based on performance, your micro lessons for support during tasks, and your peer learning opportunities. So there'll be some collaboration and some engagement in order for the kids to bounce ideas and learn from each other. There might be stronger students, and there might be some that need a little more time to understand, and so you'll have some peer teaching, some mentorship. There will be some gamification elements in it, like point systems and daily leaderboards. You'll have badges that they can use to show accomplishments and benchmarks, and then you'll have your module-based challenges and team competitions just to keep everything engaging and entertaining. The design phase. So how we did it, the design phase, the subject that we'll be discussing in the design phase will pretty much be the type of topologies, the hardware that they will be using, and then just different IP schemes that you can use and set up just to make the network efficient. The activity to that will be use a drag and drop network design tool to match situations, so students could match and pretty much put what topology may be needed according to what situation. To make this phase fun, the gamified challenge will be called Create Your Own Network Lab. This is just pretty much a time-based design puzzle using software like Cisco Packet Tracer, where they can go in and you can pretty much create a quick network, make it fun. If the network is needed for that particular scenario and you got it right, you will get a thumbs up or a buzzer or a green light, however that software does it. And if it's wrong, then you would obviously you'll miss it. During the installation phase, the subject discussed in here will be physical installation, safety, and connections. You will have a hands-on activity where you students will be able to unbox devices and other network peripherals. The gamified challenge to this will be called Race the Clock Setup, where teams they will get paired together and then they will compete for the fastest error-free hardware setup. Pretty cool. During the configuration phase, the topics discussed will be the IP address setup, file printer sharing, different other peripheral printer sharing like scanners. Then you'll have the upgrades and updates on how they would do that. There's You could probably talk about hardware in this stage as well, just depending on what type of upgrades may be needed. But you can do that. The activity to this will be the configuration, static, and dynamic IPs, and then understanding the ping test. The ping test is great for seeing speed testing and things like that. The gamified challenge will be the IP battleship, where there'll be a simulated scenario where students they will pretty much call out different IP addresses and try to hit the different targets, just like battleship, in hopes to sink the other person's battleship. Definitely cool and fun. The security and maintenance phase, the topics discussed here will be firewalls, antivirus protection, user permissions, and then obviously you will throw in some password management to ensure that students understand how important and how safe protecting those passwords will be. Activity will be secure shared folders and enabled firewalls. The gamified challenge here, I chose to secure the fort. You pretty much have to identify and patch the different vulnerabilities in a simulated environment. So they will look and see what doesn't look right, where's the vulnerability at, and they will try to patch it by either using some type of security management tool, or they will have to type out what they will do and the steps and processes they will take in order to correct it and fix it. Then you have your troubleshooting phase. Here we talk about diagnostics. I will put in some ping activity, trace cert, and then some troubleshooting logs. All things definitely used in the troubleshooting phase. The activity will be the injected network issues to fix. So you would try to pretty much look and see where the breakdown is, what doesn't look right. If some, we will have a simulated operating network. If something goes down, they would have to figure out what happened, where the breakdown went. The gamified challenge will be called Find the Issue, where teams race. Obviously, it's time based to solve common network issues in a simulated environment. There will be some adaptive learning strategies. First, I will throw in some pre-assessment quizzes just to learn and determine what prior knowledge the student may come in with. Just to ensure that any lessons that are assigned based on what prior knowledge they may have, especially about hardware basics and IP addressing. And then we'll have some branching scenarios. Just ways to during the configuration phase where users will get differentiate tasks based on how they performed in the previous step. So based on how they did on the pre-assessment, we'll actually follow that up with some scenarios where we can talk about it and just kind of see where they land. There'll be some on-demand micro lessons attached. They will be attached as help cards. So as you're going through the lesson and assignments, the help cards are just there for learners who struggle with specific tasks or assessments. Then we will have your mentor moments, just to allow top learners to help others who may not be proficient with the lesson. And what they will do, they will just help learners who need a little more time, need more motivation, and they will use them as help. There will be a point system. Point systems, students can earn extra points for each module completed. So depending on if they're going through any of those battleship games or anything like that, they'll get extra points. We'll also be given on speed and accuracy of assessments. We'll have our daily leaderboard. Daily leaderboard just shows who's in the top, who's in the runnings. It will be posted every day just for motivation, allowing learners to celebrate milestones and progress. And then we'll have different types of badges. The first one look like a network engineer. We will call that person just a badge just for completing all modules. They'll be a troubleshooting guru. They'll get this badge just for solving all network issues, and obviously they'll be a security sentinel for implementing all security features. Here we have the SWOT analysis just to remind where our strengths and our weaknesses lie, and how we could either manipulate or we can utilize our strengths, and maybe we can fix and work on our weaknesses to see where our vulnerabilities are. Still left those there. Obviously, we have some opportunities that we could try to take advantage of in this course, and then there'll be the whatever threats that we probably need to be aware of and try to minimize and stay away from. We have these here. The key factor to obviously to learning strengths and opportunities is just to understand that the information taught in this course is the beginner to intermediate knowledge learned in order to utilize for more and longer in depth. The course content will be derived from industry standard programs and curricula that will be translated to any educational setting and organized employing a teacher. Key factor 3, students will understand or will participate interactively, face to face, or in a collaborative chat to fulfill both individual and group assignment activities while keeping up to date with industry standards and marketing strategies. Overcoming weaknesses and threats. I mentioned it before. When overcoming weaknesses, the goal here is just to ensure that the material stays basic and fundamental. Students will be able to ask questions in any type of content that they're unsure of. They'll be able to ask questions and get the very basic definitions and vocabulary of what the network design process will be. We'll make sure that the content stays up to date and relative according to industry standards, and understand that what they will be doing will work in a real life workplace setting. To overcome the threats, just understanding that the resources are limited and scarce, but the goal is to create a cost and effective services to all students who take the course. Definitely don't want to charge, but you want to make sure that this course is very basic, minimum knowledge used, so they can take this course and go use it to get the information and have it as a pre-knowledge to a real course. And I said that the technology grows and changes periodically from originator from right now and from time to time, and technology will change. So you'll be able to upgrade and adapt as they grow. The completion percentage, the goal for assessment will be 90% of all classroom learners complete all 5 modules. Group assignments and experiments will happen with a less than 3 instructor interventions. So ensuring that if you do need help, use it. But as long as you can do this with 3 or less, that is the goal and the model to take. Each participant will troubleshoot effectively and basic understanding of fundamentals. And in the post-assessment test, the post-assessment scores will show a gradual improvement of a plus 30%. Now, the completion percentage, 90% of the classroom learners complete all 5 modules. The goal is to ensure that all of them get a network engineer badge. That's the goal. And how they do it, through less instructor intervention, see, learn, or do, and depending on how they score on the post-assessment test. These are my references. Thank you guys for listening to my presentation. Hope stakeholders that you understand how important and how meaningful this course will be, and hopes that when they take it, the 2-week course, they'll understand, and then they'll be able to build a network of 6 computers strong enough and viable enough and scalable enough for now and in the future. Thank you guys. Hope you have a good day.